Welcome students. Today for online classes my topic is polarization of light. You have already studied about wave optics. In wave optics you have studied about two phenomena. This is interference and diffraction. In both phenomena, you have studied that whenever two waves or part of wave superimposed to some new phenomena occurs, that may be the change in colors or intensities of light. But you have not studied about nature of light. But here in polarization, we will discuss about nature of light, whether it is longitudinal, it is transverse nature, or what about its change in intensity, how light propagates. So, in polarization, we will be discussing about nature of light, that light is having transverse nature. Generally, there are two types of light, unpolarized light and polarized light. When light travels, so during its propagation in EM waves, you have studied that if light is propagating along x-axis, then in mutually two perpendicular directions, you will observe electric field vectors and magnetic field vectors. Some in some direction, suppose magnetic field vectors are oscillating, whereas in other directions, you will observe that some electric field vectors may also be oscillating. So, due to these two mutually perpendicular electric field vectors and magnetic field vectors, two types of energies is oscillated in two perpendicular directions. Okay? So, what is normal light? Normal light. When light is coming from the sun से जो लाइट आपके पास आ रहा है, आपने कभी देखा आपको बहुत चमक लगती है, जबकि कुछ लाइट्स में आपके लिए कुछ चमक लगना बंद हो जाती है. That means is there is change in intensity, some intensity is absorbed or some other phenomena is observed. You will see that light always travels in form of optical vectors. How light travels? It travels in form of optical vectors, and these optical vectors generally are not biased. Not biased means they are not restricted in one direction. Suppose this is the source of light. So you will observe that in presence of some other light, if this part is illuminated, or it may be the primary source or it may be the secondary sources, you will observe that optical vectors will oscillate in all possible directions in this way. When these optical vectors are not biased, they are oscillating in all possible directions. This light is known as unpolarized light. But if these optical vectors, if you filter these vectors, you restrict these vectors, or these vectors may be observed by some other medium, then you will observe that you may get light in this way, or maybe in this way, or maybe in this way. That means only if you are getting one type of vectors. It may have some different shape, it may be in the form of circular shape, it may be in the form of plane or elliptical shapes, but these optical vectors will be restricted in one direction only. Then when these optical vectors are restricted in one direction, this is generally known as polarized light. It may be plane polarized light, or it may be elliptical polarized light, or in some other form. So, how we will obtain this polarized light? Meaning clear हुआ? When light is, optical vectors are oscillating in all possible directions. Simple normalized that is coming towards you. That light that is coming towards your eye, you will observe that is the unpolarized light. Light coming from the sun is unpolarized light. Whereas some light in which you feel cool, आपकी आंखों में बहुत चमक नहीं लगी, एक बहुत सिंपल लैंग्वेज में अगर हम कहें, कुछ लाइट आपकी आंखों में चुभेगी और कुछ लाइट आपकी आंखों में नहीं चुभेगी। जो आपकी आंखों में जनरली चुभ रही है, दैट मीन्स ऑप्टिकल वेक्टर्स आर ऑसिलेटिंग इन ऑल पॉसिबल डायरेक्शन। जनरली दैट लाइट इज अनपोलराइज्ड लाइट। और कुछ लाइट आप देखते हैं, आप किसी ऑब्जेक्ट को आप देख पा रहे हैं, दैट इज नोन एज polarized light. That means some of the optical vectors are absorbed by some other medium or some optical vectors are restricted. So, how you will obtain polarized light? Generally, I am showing one experiment. This is one tourmaline crystal. This tourmaline crystal, it is a hexagonal shaped crystal. The special feature of this crystal is this: whenever light, only those optical light fall over this tourmaline crystal, only those optical vectors that are parallel to its plane. This is the plane. You can see XY. I have drawn one plane. All those optical vectors, those are parallel to this XY plane on its axis, will pass through it. Whereas other vectors will be blocked or restricted through this tourmaline crystal. Suppose here we are having one unpolarized light. This is unpolarized light. Why unpolarized light? Because all optical vectors are oscillating in all possible directions. Now, this unpolarized light, if it fall over this tourmaline crystal, so here we will find only those vectors that are parallel to this axis xy will pass through it, whereas other vectors will be restricted. So here the vectors that we are getting, these are the vectors. The light that is passing through this tourmaline crystal having optical vector restricted to vibrate only in one possible direction. And one possible direction, that means here again light is biased and optical vectors are restricted to vibrate only in one possible direction. So here you are getting polarized light. This is a polarized light. And here you are getting unpolarized light. Is that clear? This is unpolarized light. When it passes through some different crystal, this crystal allows only those vectors that are parallel to its axis to pass through it, and when these light vectors crosses this tourmaline crystal, so we observe that on another hand we get another one light that is having only vector to vibrate only in one possible direction, and you get one polarized light. Is that clear? Now see, if we take one another crystal, suppose this is another tourmaline crystal. This is crystal B. You will observe one good phenomenon. When light passes through this tourmaline crystal, this tourmaline crystals, we are having unpolarized light, and when this light is passing through this, we are getting polarized light. Okay. If you rotate this crystal A, if this crystal, suppose this is the crystal, light vectors that are parallel to this axis will pass through it. Now, if you start rotating this crystal in the perpendicular direction of the propagation of wave, what you will observe? Here, suppose some vectors are parallel to its axis. This is its axis. Okay? Some vectors are parallel to its axis, so it will pass through it. Now, if I have rotated this crystal, there are plenty of vectors that are oscillating in all possible directions in case of unpolarized light. So some vectors may be again parallel to this crystal. So again light will pass through it. Again I have rotated. Again light will pass through it. So if we view the light from other side of this two-valent crystal, we will observe no change in intensity. That means when unpolarized light fall over this two-valent crystal, and if you rotate it, then you will find no change in intensity of light. Now think about this crystal B. Now here suppose this is crystal B. Over here we are getting polarized light. In polarized light we are getting intensity only in one direction. Optical vectors are oscillating only in one direction. So you will see that now if I rotate this two-valent crystal, now there will be no chance because vectors are restricted only in one direction. So now only part of its intensity, part of its amplitude will cross this crystal. Suppose I have rotated this crystal in this way. So now complete optical vector will not cross this crystal. Optical vectors are only in this direction. Suppose crystal is rotated. So only its a small part will pass through it. Later on we will study how much part it will pass. Suppose here we are having amplitude A0. So its component, suppose this angle is theta. So A0 cos theta component will only become parallel to the another crystal, and A0 cos theta component will now cross. So again intensity will decrease. What will happen when these two crystals, suppose this is first crystal and this is another crystal, when they are crossed each other, that means angle between both crystal is 90 degree. Here this crystal, suppose it has polarized, we are getting unpolarized light. After passing through this crystal A, we are getting polarized light. And another crystal that we are having, it is oriented 90 degree from first crystal. So you will observe that intensity of light crossing this crystal will become 0 because A0 cos 90, the amplitude of light cos 90 is 0. So amplitude of light crossing this another crystal will become 0. Is that clear? समझ आया? फर्स्ट क्रिस्टल, इसका यूज किसके लिए किया हम लोगों ने? It is used to polarize the light. We have tested the incoming light by using second crystal, so it may act as an analyzer. This may called as a polarizer because it has polarized the light. Second crystal, it may call as a analyzer because we are analyzing whether incoming light is polarized light or unpolarized light. Clear? So we observe that when light optical vectors are restricted to oscillate in one particular direction only, then we will get polarized light. So let's see how we can obtain polarized light. What are the different methods? Different methods to obtain polarized light. एक बात तो हमारे लिए क्लियर हुई कि if we want to obtain polarized light, that means simply we have to restrict optical vectors to oscillate only in one possible direction. Other vectors we have to filter. There may be multiple methods to filter those vectors. Generally, first I have seen in the previous portion that by tourmaline crystal, okay, you can find polarized light by using tourmaline crystal only. In this method, you have restricted the light to oscillate in all possible direction. That means you have restrict only in one direction. Second, by reflection. Third one, by reflection. Obviously, both phenomena are simultaneously, reflection and refraction. We also observe that in case of reflection, we may get plain polarized light, whereas in case of reflection also, we may get some partially polarized light or maybe completely polarized light. Fourth one, by selective absorption. Selective absorption. Selective absorption means some of the, when light passes through, suppose if this light is passing through some foam or maybe through your sunglasses, some type of optical vectors may be absorbed by that medium. If some type of optical vectors are absorbed by that medium, obviously you will observe that you will get only optical vectors that may be useful to you and that may restrict only in one direction, so you may get polarized light. Fifth one, by scattering. Actually, detail is not in your syllabus. Selective absorption or by scattering, this is, but we can study. Suppose this is unpolarized light. When this light fall over some obstacles, and this obstacle should be of the order of wavelength of light, बहुत छोटे होंगे. स्कैटरिंग का मीनिंग ये नहीं कि लाइट जाएगी और इस दीवार से टकराएगी और वो स्कैटर्ड हो जाएगी. That means for scattering, the obstacles that are on the path of the light should be of the order of wavelength of light. When this light comes and hit this particles, तो scattering का मतलब बिखर जाना. When this light hit this particle, so it will scatter. ये बिखर जाएगी. तो बिखरेगा क्या? कुछ पोर्शन आप देखेंगे लाइट के यहाँ जा रहा है, कुछ पोर्शन यहाँ जा रहा है, कुछ ये जा रहा है. तो ये जो बिखरेगा वो क्या बिखर जाएगा? लाइट का एम्पलीट्यूड टूट जाएगा, वेव टूट जाएगी, कि क्या होगा? तो जनरली जो बिखरना है, these optical vectors are spread. That means now if optical vectors are spread, here you may get optical vectors in one direction, here another direction, here maybe in some other direction. Here is also some other direction. That means now you are getting optical vectors or scattered beam. You are getting optical vectors in one direction. This thing, this particular thing, and we can say that in scattering also we may get, that is not sure that always you will get, but we may get polarized light. Okay, so these are the 4-5 methods that we have discussed. By using this method, we may get polarized light. Now we will study polarized light by reflection, and that is also known as polarization. By reflection. Okay. Here you can see what is the plane polarized light. Here you have seen these are the incident beam. Incident beam, these oscillating vectors, they are oscillating in all possible direction. When these vectors are passed through some polarites or maybe some medium, in this end you can see that some of the optical vectors are restricted and only few are allowed to pass through it. So here, what you are getting? You are getting polarized. Here is unpolarized light, and here when optical vectors are oscillating in one direction, that is polarized light. Now, think about plane of polarization and plane of vibration. So, a plane including the direction of light propagation and the direction of electric field. The plane in which light is propagating, direction of light propagation is included. Also, the direction of electric field vector is included. That is known as plane of vibration. And a plane perpendicular to the plane of vibration, that is known as plane of polarization. See, suppose this is ordinary light. It is passing through one tourmaline crystal. When this light is crossing this tourmaline crystal, so what you will observe? When this light is passing, some of the optical vectors will be restricted and only few vectors will cross through. Here, suppose we have taken plane ADCB. In this plane, what is included? The plane in which particles are oscillating, electric field vector is restricted, that is included, and another in the direction in which light is flowing, light is moving, that direction is also included. So this is plane of vibration, and again this is another plane that we have taken perpendicular to the plane of vibration, that is plane of polarization. Here is one more example how we are getting linearly polarized light. This is plane polarized light. When it is passing, when unpolarized light, it is again passing through some crystals. You have seen that crystal spacing, and when light crosses this crystal, so you are getting, when light passing through this crystal, you are getting polarized light. These are some of the examples. Some diagram I have shown. अब देखो polarization by reflection. Suppose this is any interface, and if light is coming through some particular angle, what is going on? Suppose this is any light, it is incident on any transparent surface. From this point B, some part of the light may reflect it, and some part of the light may reflect it. Here we are having unpolarized light. This is unpolarized light. The dots that I am using, these are the dots. Think about these dots. Dot shows that light optical vector is oscillating up and down. For up and down, we represent by these dots. Whereas other direction I have shown with arrow. This is, here we are simply I am showing only two directions, two mutually perpendicular direction. That means light is oscillating in two directions. Maybe two direction or maybe three direction. This is the case of unpolarized light. Okay? समझ आया? This is unpolarized light. When this light fall over this surface, so we will observe some amount of light may reflect and some amount of light may reflect. तो एक सिंपल सी बात है, जब यहाँ से लाइट कुछ पोर्शन रिफ्लेक्ट हुआ है और कुछ पोर्शन रिफ्रैक्ट हुआ है, दैट मीन्स लाइट टूटी है, ब्रेक हुई है. ये जो ब्रेकिंग है, तो ब्रेकिंग में हमने पहले भी स्कैटरिंग में के केस में हम देखे थे. व्हाट द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस ब्रेकिंग? Breaking means these optical vectors are separated. Breaking, simply I can say that these optical vectors are separated. For 100% separation, we will find that for some particular angle, this is some particular angle, at some particular angle, you will see that completely plain polarized light you will find in reflection pattern. Completely plain polarized light will form in reflection pattern, whereas partially polarized light you will find in refracted pattern. It will be partially. For some particular cases, it may completely polarize, but in general, in refraction pattern, you will get partially polarized light, whereas in reflected pattern, you will get completely plain polarized light. Here, we are getting unpolarized light. When light fall over some surface, some medium, partially it is reflected, partially it is refracted. So for some particular angle, you will observe that you will get plain polarized light. Is that clear? Okay. So see, here you are getting unpolarized light. Here you are getting plain polarized light. And here you are getting, what you will find here? Here you are getting partially polarized light. So, Brewster has found that there is one simple law. Some experimental phenomena Brewster has observed. He found that when this light rays, it is partially reflected and partially refracted. An angle between reflected ray and refracted ray. What I have said? Angle between reflected ray and refracted ray becomes 90 degree. That is, reflected ray and refracted ray becomes normal to each other. Then we may prove that refractive index of the medium U will be 10 IP. IP is angle of polarization. This angle is IP. Again I am repeating. When unpolarized light fall over some interfaces and it is partially reflected and partially refracted, and we get plain polarized light in reflected pattern. And if an incident ray and reflected ray and transmitted ray or refracted ray makes 90 degree angle between them, that is reflected ray and reflected ray becomes normal to each other, then we can prove that refractive index of medium mu will be equal to 10 IP. Can we prove this? Suppose it is having some simple proof. Suppose this is angle IP. Obviously, this angle will be also equal to IP. This may be the medium 1, this may be the medium 2. This angle is suppose R. Okay? This angle is IP. This angle will be, obviously, for each type of reflection, laws of reflection should be obeyed. Angle of incidence should be equal to angle of refraction. This is angle of reflection. So if you use Snell's law, what you will find? 1 mu is equal to sin IP upon sin R. Is that clear? Now, we have proved experimentally that reflected ray and refracted ray becomes normal to each other when we are getting polarized light. So this angle is 90. This is IP. Obviously, this angle 1, 2, 3 angles. They will become 180 degree. This angle is 90 degree. So sum of this IP and R should be equal to 90 degree. IP plus R is equal to 90 degree. So R should be equal to 90 minus IP. So what you will get? Sin IP upon sin is equal R is equal to how much? 90 minus IP. So sin of 90 minus IP. 90 minus theta cos theta. Sin IP upon cos IP, that is 10 IP. So what we have observed, what we have seen, that when light falls at some particular angle, and if light falls through some particular angle, an angle of incidence, for some particular angle of incidence, if reflected ray and refracted ray becomes normal to each other, then we can prove that refractive index of medium blue should be equal to 10 IP. Clear? This is known as Brewster's law. Okay, student? Now, what are the uses of polarization? Generally, device, suppose this is any device, and if this device is used to polarize light, here we are getting unpolarized light, and suppose this device may polarize light. The device that can polarize light is known as Polaroids. Is that clear? Device that can polarize light is known as Polaroids. So in general, शुरू में ही हमने आपको बताया था, एक लाइट वो है जिसमें आपको चमक लगती है और एक लाइट वो है जिसमें आपको चमक नहीं लगती। तो हम अपने चमक को कम करने के लिए what we generally used to do, we generally polarize the light. This work may be done by some medium. That medium may restrict some vectors, it may absorb some vectors, or it may behave opaque for some particular direction. Is that clear? So generally polarizations, these Polaroids, to polarize light we use Polaroids. These Polaroids are usually on sun